Okay, guys.
But yeah, I mean, you know, the M1 is easier to hit than the R11.
Right. Great. We're just now, guys, broke a record for live viewers, so that's great. So thank you for tuning in. Okay. All right, simple question here with maybe not a simple answer. I saw that, guys. I'm putting it back up. Okay. Okay. Keep an eye on that too, Monty, if it falls down. Okay. All right, guys, Monty and I are in the middle. We're getting closer to the end of our live show that comes on at 7:30 at night on Wednesday nights, every Wednesday during the kind of major championship season. This year, we'll probably run it all the way through the Ryder Cup. So a great question that just came in that is a common thing, especially amongst good players, is let me see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it on demand. You're really good at doing bad shots on demand. I'm not. So let's see if I can do it. That shot. I did it. All right, good.
Snap hook?
The snap hook, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're too far from the inside.
Okay. I mean, that's how I made that snap hook. I came from the inside and I did this.
When you're hitting a hook,
yeah,
almost universally among good players, the club face is going to be more open or more behind you right here, or both.
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. And what happens is your body senses, this is going right, this is going way right. Mm-hmm. Stalls all this down and goes like this to save it.
Okay.
And then you've got a path that's over there and a club face is pointed over there and you get the bad hook.
Yeah.
So generally speaking, if you're hitting a hook, you need to get the club you need to start closing the club face a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Okay? Not come so far from the inside. It's counterintuitive. You're hitting the ball over there. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to hold the club face open longer and I need to swing more to the right. And that actually makes it worse.
So let's turn that snap hook I just made into a 300-yard power draw.
So, you know, there's two ways to fix it. You can either fix the open club face, which generally will keep you from rolling it, or you can fix the path that's too far to the right. It all depends on which issue you're having. Some people have both.
Okay.
But, you know, you have to know what fix is going to work for what issue you have.
So as a snap hooker, thank God, imaginary snap hooker right now, what I might want to feel this working like this more.
That's one
closing.
way. Yes.
And also feeling maybe more like that.
I'm not real fond of that one. You know, the right shoulder more out to the golf ball and forward.
Oh, okay.
Because this will shift your path more left.
Okay. Oh, so when you're talking about the path, this is something that Monty does so well that other teachers don't do as well. Is when when I was before coming to you, I was thinking about fixing my path, and I do things to change my path like this. But you kind of change the path in sequence more than in some kind of move.
I don't like changing. Yeah. You know, like you said.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of good instructors out there who know what they're doing in this case. But in other words, so like here, it'll be easier to do it this way.
Okay.
Take a backswing and stop. Okay, real common problem in the hooker.
Yeah.
Okay, you're underneath, the club face is wide open. The body's gonna, now you're gonna get to here, you're gonna stall, now roll the hands, that's a hook off the planet.
Yeah, if you're stalling and flipping.
Okay,
yeah.
So now try that again.
Okay, backswing.
Take a backswing. So now if you work more this way, see, without even trying anything, club face is still a little open, but you're not so far from the inside. You'd probably actually get a little bit of a cut with that motion.
And the club, look, is right in front of me. It's not back in this zone, stuck zone. So let's try that. So what I'm gonna feel here is I'm gonna feel here, and I'm gonna feel the club work in front of me a little bit more. And just kind of naturally let the hands go like this. I'm not gonna hold it, I'm just gonna, how's that for a thought, Monty? All right, so
so you know, as counterintuitive as it sounds, when you start hitting hooks and you start trying to hold off the release, you're actually making it worse. Just like the over-the-top slicer trying to roll the club face shut makes it worse.
right? Because a lot of times, and I know you've seen this with students that come to you with the hooks, you tell them to swing out more in front of them, and they're just like, well, that's definitely going to hook.
Right.
But then you show them, well, if I do this, it's going to be going way right. It's not going to be going.
Absolutely.
That's in other videos we've done. All right, so I just that my last swing was a monster hook, and this swing is going to be a perfect shot down the middle just by changing my sequence and keeping my arms in front of me a little bit better.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, I called my shot.
That was best one yet.
Man, I'm getting better. Okay, cool. So time-wise, I don't know where we are. Let's do our final question here. Guys, thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, Monty, it is 10:52 a.m. in Thailand right now. Somebody just said. And 1 p.m. in Sydney, Australia. Yeah, guys, shout out where you're watching from. That's kind of cool to see. Okay. Okay. There's a question, but it's kind of a boring one. What does Monty think?
That guy is no longer going to watch your show now.
He doesn't know who I'm talking about.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All right, Maine, Fort Lauderdale.
Maine, one of the
Florida.
3 states. Maine is one of the 3 states I haven't been to.
Oh, really?
Alaska, North Dakota, and Maine are the only 3 states I haven't been to.
Okay, thank God. All right. Okay, good. All right, there's another good question here. You guys are doing very good with the questions tonight. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we can maybe wrap this. Two questions that are there on our live feed kind of, I think, tie in together. I'll set up another ball here. All right, guys, so Monty Scheinblum and I are in the middle of doing our final question for Be Better Golf Live, which is a golf show that airs on YouTube every Wednesday night at 7:30 Pacific time. A lot of people from all over the world watch, and it's really a fun community to get together and talk about golf. Our final question is, are 2 questions, but that I'll combine into one. So one guy is having a problem with sway on the way down, and another guy is having a problem with high handle and goat humping. So this is a lot of extra movement that people are hoping to eliminate.
The high handle.
So let me see if I can recreate this, because that was kind of fun in our last question. Ow, that hurt.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
High handle, that's something that
I'm gonna wash that out of my body for a second.
That's something I have issues with.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
High handle, generally speaking, if you have that, there's a lot of different ways it can happen, but the most common way in good players is when you're yanking on the club way too hard. Let me borrow that driver here.
Yeah.
You're yanking on that club way too hard, and you're getting the shaft to get vertical right here.
Yeah.
From this position, you can't pivot around. You'd miss the ball. All you have from here is to go that way.
Okay.
Okay? The way to fix that is you need to get more this movement, getting that shaft to work a little more horizontal. You know, because everybody's been, this has come from, you know, obviously there are a lot of different reasons, but in good players, this, to me, the lag mentality, the wide to narrow mentality.
Yeah.
Because if you look at Phil Mickelson, he is the epitome of the wide to narrow crowd.
Yes.
And if you notice, he gets the shaft really, really steep, and then he gets that strange, you know, knee right or left tilt because he's left-handed.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that funny hand.
Yeah.
That's all him trying to compensate and not raise the handle from the shaft being too vertical.
Okay.
So if you're this guy,
So you're saying Phil gets the shaft kind of standing up and down, and then does this lower body thing to flatten it out.
you know, he compensates pretty well,
Oh
obviously.
yeah.
But that's from him going. So it's the wide to narrow, ring the bell, yanking on the handle for power, because that's how I developed it, because that's what I was told to do. And instead of, being in this position and just being able to pivot through and get your hands low, it's here, there.
Okay. So let's, I just hit this high-handled goat humping shot, and so this is not really a quick fix show, but just for fun. So a feeling that might be a good thought to take to the range or to feel for somebody with this problem.
You try to get the shaft as horizontal as you can.
On the way down,
downswing.
I'm like putting it on a tabletop and rotating.
Yep.
So just to feel it. Man, this thing sparks when you...
And there's no perfect here. If you improve 5 degrees,
right,
that's easier, make it easier for you.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
God damn, that was a good one. It's still
Maybe
in
you
the
should
air.
put that driver in play, Brandon.
Well, that's the thing. All right, so now we'll go on to a quick equipment thing, because I'm going to try this on one of my vlogs. I hit shots with this, and my misses with this club are like between here and here, right?
Right.
And it doesn't go quite as far. But my misses with my modern TaylorMade club are like, the bad ones are between like here and here.
That's because it's longer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. It's this much longer.
Right.
Yeah.
The longer the club, you're going to get some extra benefit out of it.
Yeah.
But
like I think Sergio uses a club this long in the modern club. He uses a very short club. Yeah.
I don't, I haven't practiced enough in the last 5 or 6 years, and I've just gotten so used to the longer club. But to me, I hit a shorter club just as far or farther, and when I'm swinging at it correctly, I hit it straighter.
Yeah.
It's an individual thing. A lot of people.
Sorry, guys.
A lot of people, when they get a longer club in their hands,
yeah.
I forgot which company or which guy did it. No, some instructor did a test, a survey, and he actually found that people hit 48-inch drivers straighter.
Okay.
Because the longer club helps you shallow out a little more, but that doesn't work for me.
Really? Sometimes people make up stuff just because it's counterintuitive. It's like, it's a whole new world to me when it comes to, ever since that Nigel Gladwell's Freakonomics came out, it's like, let's rethink everything we thought was a given,
right,
and say the opposite.
Well, okay, this is a totally unrelated subject, but this is kind of funny that I read this a while ago. This just goes along with the discussion of what we always thought and was sure to be true in the golf swing. All of a sudden we find out, well, that's not really true.
Yeah.
Okay. And so here's a perfect example. I found this out that the idea that oil is a fossil fuel is not a scientific fact.
Yeah.
They had some scientific conference back in the 18th century, and the head of the Russian delegation stood up and said, oil comes from the degradation of, organic material and blah, 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 blah. And they all kind of looked at each other and went, yeah.
Okay.
And that's what
stuck.
So
oil is not, it might not be decayed dinosaurs and fern plants and other things like that.
I'm not saying that it very well could be true.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But they're saying we've just taken it on word that it has been.
Yeah. And so the irony is the Russian scientific community now wants to say that oil is a renewable resource and we just haven't dug deep enough.
Yeah.
Who knows? The point of that is that you have to, if you want to get better at golf, you have to put aside those tried and true things that you're like, oh, well, this is absolute. You're supposed to do this. And they're finding out with all the modern technology that, more than half of the stuff that we thought was absolutely a fact 20, 30, 40 years ago is actually completely untrue.
Yeah. So just to wrap up this thought about driver length.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you playing with now?
I use just
What are you playing with now on the course as you're trying to make
45,
it on
45.
And what length are you playing at long drive events?
Well, I haven't competed in over a year, and I don't plan to compete in the
In
48,
long drive.
48 and a quarter.
Okay, it does go longer for you, the
Yeah.
longer driver, yeah.
Well, you know, it goes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
What the longer club creates more resistance, and it allows me to swing harder and put a little less pressure on my back.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not a stretch.
Okay.
Swinging your driver as hard as you can doesn't put as much
Yeah.
pressure on your body as swinging your wedge as hard as you can.
But there'd be no benefit to you putting a 48-inch driver in play on the golf course.
Yeah, good luck me trying to hit a little 50-yard little touch wedge after hitting a 48-inch driver.
Right. That's a good point. You got to consider the rest of your game. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you want to hear more about Monty Scheinblum, go to youtube.com/hititlong, or even better, just go to montyscheinblum.com. It'll show up in a Google search since it's difficult to spell. And if you guys want to support the channel, click on this link here. There's some great premium content on this channel that really is the lifeblood that keeps it going. So thanks for watching, subscribe to this, and we'll see you next time.